أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال فما خطبكم أيها المرسلون.
Abraham said, "Now what is your errand, O ye who have been sent?"
قالوا إنا أرسلنا إلى قوم مجرمين.
They said, "We have been sent to a sinful people,
لنرسل عليهم حجارة من طين
that we may send down upon them stones of clay,
مسومة عند ربك للمسرفين.
marked with thy Lord for those guilty of excesses.
فأخرجنا من كان فيها من المؤمنين.
And we brought forth therefrom such of the believers as were there.
فما وجدنا فيها غير بيت من المسلمين.
And we found there only one house of those who were obedient to us.
وتركنا فيها آية للذين يخافون العذاب الأليم.
And we left therein a sign for those who fear painful punishment.
وفي موسى إذ أرسلناه إلى فرعون بسلطان مبين.
And in the story of Moses also there was a sign, when we sent him to Pharaoh with clear authority.
فتولى بركنه وقال ساحر أو مجنون.
But he turned away from Moses in the pride of his might, and said, "A sorcerer or a madman."
فأخذناه وجنوده فنبذناهم في اليم وهو مليم.
So we seized him and his hosts and threw them into the sea, and he was to blame.
وفي عاد إذ أرسلنا عليهم الريح العقيم.
And there was a sign in the story of the tribe of Ad, when we sent against them the destructive wind.
ما تذر من شيء أتت عليه إلا جعلته كالرميم.
It spared nothing whatever that it came upon, but made it like a rotten bone.
وفي ثمود إذ قيل لهم تمتعوا حتى حين.
And a sign there was in the story of the tribe of Thamud, when it was said to them, "Enjoy yourselves for a while."
فعتوا عن أمر ربهم فأخذتهم الصاعقة وهم ينظرون.
But they rebelled against the command of their Lord, so the thunderbolt overtook them while they gazed.
فما استطاعوا من قيام وما كانوا منتصرين.
And they were not able to rise up, nor were they able to defend themselves.
وقوم نوح من قبل إنهم كانوا قوما فاسقين.
And we destroyed the people of Noah before them. They were a disobedient people.
والسماء بنيناها بأيد وإنا لموسعون.
And we have built the heaven with our own hands, and verily, we have vast powers.
والأرض فرشناها فنعم الماهدون.
And the earth we have spread out, and how excellently do we spread it out.
ومن كل شيء خلقنا زوجين لعلكم تذكرون.
And of everything have we created pairs, that you may reflect.
ففروا إلى الله إني لكم منه نذير مبين.
Flee ye, therefore, unto Allah. Surely, I am a plain warner unto you from Him.
ولا تجعلوا مع الله إلها آخر إني لكم منه نذير مبين.
And do not set up another God along with Allah. Surely, I am a plain warner unto you from Him.
كذلك ما أتى الذين من قبلهم من رسول إلا قالوا ساحر أو مجنون.
Even so, there came no messenger to those before them, but they said, a sorcerer or a madman.
أتواصوا به بل هم قوم طاغون.
Have they bequeathed this attitude to one another? Nay, they are all a rebellious people.
فتول عنهم فما أنت بملوم.
So turn away from them, and thou wilt not be to blame for what they do.
وذكر فإن الذكر تنفع المؤمنين.
And keep on exhorting, for verily, exhortation benefits those who would believe.
وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون.
And I have not created the jinn and the men, but that they may worship me.
ما أريد منهم من رزق وما أريد أن يطعمون.
I desire of them no provision, neither do I desire that they should feed me.
إن الله هو الرزاق ذو القوة المتين.
Surely it is Allah Himself who is the great sustainer, the Lord of power, the strong.
فإن للذين ظلموا ذنوبا مثل ذنوب أصحابهم فلا يستعجلون.
So the fate of those who do wrong shall surely be like the fate of their fellows of old. So let them not challenge me to hasten on the punishment.
فويل للذين كفروا من يومهم الذي يوعدون.
Woe then to those who disbelieve because of that day of theirs which they have been promised.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful.
والطور
By the Mount,
وكتاب مسطور
and by the book inscribed,
في رق منشور
on parchment unfolded,
والبيت المعمور
and by the ever-frequented house,
والسقف المرفوع
and by the elevated roof,
والبحر المسجور
and by the swollen sea.
إن عذاب ربك لواقع.
The punishment of thy Lord shall certainly come to pass.
ما له من دافع.
There is none to avert it.
يوم تمور السماء مورا.
On the day when the heaven will be in a state of terrific commotion,
وتسير الجبال سيرا.
and the mountains shall move fast.
فويل يومئذ للمكذبين.
Then woe that day to those who reject the truth,
الذين هم في خوض يلعبون.
who sportingly indulge in idle talk.
يوم يدعون إلى نار جهنم دعا.
The day when they shall be thrust into the fire of hell with a violent thrust.
هذه النار التي كنتم بها تكذبون.
And they will be told, this is the fire which you denied as a lie.
أفسحر هذا
Is this then magic? Or do you still not see?
اصلوها فاصبروا أو لا تصبروا سواء عليكم إنما تجزون ما كنتم تعملون.
Burn ye therein, and whether you show patience or you show it not, it will be the same for you. You are acquitted only for what you used to do.
إن المتقين في جنات ونعيم.
Verily the righteous will surely be in gardens and in bliss,
فاكهين بما آتاهم ربهم ووقاهم ربهم عذاب الجحيم.
rejoicing in what their Lord will have bestowed on them, and their Lord will save them from the torment of the fire.
كلوا واشربوا هنيئا بما كنتم تعملون.
And he will say to them, eat and drink with happy enjoyment because of what you used to do.
متكئين على سرر مصفوفة وزوجناهم بحور عين.
On that day they will be reclining on couches, arranged in rows, and we shall give them as companions fair maidens, having wide, beautiful eyes.
والذين آمنوا واتبعتهم ذريتهم بإيمان ألحقنا بهم ذريتهم وما ألتناهم من عملهم من شيء كل امرئ بما كسب رهين.
And those who believe and whose children follow them in faith, with them will we join their children, and we will not diminish anything from the reward of their works. Every man stands pledged for what he has earned.
وأمددناهم بفاكهة ولحم مما يشتهون.
And we shall bestow upon them every kind of fruit and meat, such as they will wish for.
يتنازعون فيها كأسا لا لغو فيها ولا تأثيم.
There they will pass from one to another, a cup wherein is neither levity nor sin.
ويطوف عليهم غلمان لهم كأنهم لؤلؤ مكنون.
And they will wait upon them youths of their own, pure as though they were pearls well preserved.
وأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون
And they will turn one to another, asking questions.
قالوا إنا كنا قبل في أهلنا مشفقين.
They will say, before this, when we were among our families, we were very much afraid of Allah's judgment.
فمن الله علينا ووقانا عذاب السموم.
But Allah has been gracious unto us and has saved us from the torment of the scorching blast.
إنا كنا من قبل ندعوه إنه هو البر الرحيم.
We used to pray to Him before. Surely, He is the Beneficent, the Merciful.
فذكر فما أنت بنعمة ربك بكاهن ولا مجنون.
So keep on admonishing. By the grace of thy Lord, thou art neither a soothsayer nor a madman.
أم يقولون شاعر نتربص به ريب المنون.
Do they say, he is a poet? We are waiting for some calamity which time will bring upon him.
قل تربصوا فإني معكم من المتربصين.
Say, await ye then. I am too with you among those who are waiting.
أم تأمرهم أحلامهم بهذا أم هم قوم طاغون.
Does their reason enjoin this upon them? Or are they a rebellious people?
أم يقولون تقوله بل لا يؤمنون.
Do they say, he has forged it? Nay, but they have no faith.
فليأتوا بحديث مثله إن كانوا صادقين.
Let them then produce a discourse like this, if they speak the truth.
أم خلقوا من غير شيء أم هم الخالقون.
Have they been created without a purpose? Or are they themselves the creators?
أم خلقوا السماوات والأرض بل لا يوقنون.
Did they create the heavens and the earth? Nay, but they have no faith in the Creator.
أم عندهم خزائن ربك أم هم المسيطرون.
Do they have the treasures of thy Lord with them? Or are they the guardians thereof?
أم لهم سلم يستمعون فيه فليأت مستمعهم بسلطان مبين.
Have they a ladder by means of which they can ascend into heaven and overhear the divine words? Then let their listener bring a manifest proof.
أم له البنات ولكم البنون
Has he only daughters, and you have sons?
أم تسألهم أجرا فهم من مغرم مثقلون.
Dost thou ask a reward from them, so that they are weighed down with a load of debt?
أم عندهم الغيب فهم يكتبون.
Do they possess knowledge of the unseen, so that they write it down?
أم يريدون كيدا فالذين كفروا هم المكيدون.
Do they intend to devise a plot? But the disbelievers themselves will be the victims of their plot.
أم لهم إله غير الله سبحان الله عما يشركون.
Have they a God other than Allah? Exalted is Allah above all that which they associate with Him.
وإن يروا كسفا من السماء ساقطا يقولوا سحاب مركوم.
And if they should see a fragment of the sky falling down, they would say, just clouds piled up.
فذرهم حتى يلاقوا يومهم الذي فيه يصعقون.
So leave them until they meet that day of theirs, on which they will be thunderstruck.
يوم لا يغني عنهم كيدهم شيئا ولا هم ينصرون.
The day when their scheming shall avail them naught, nor shall they be helped.
وإن للذين ظلموا عذابا دون ذلك ولكن أكثرهم لا يعلمون.
And verily, for those who do wrong, there is a punishment besides that, but most of them know not.
واصبر لحكم ربك فإنك بأعيننا وسبح بحمد ربك حين تقوم.
So wait patiently for the judgment of thy Lord, for assuredly thou art before our eyes, and celebrate the praises of thy Lord when thou risest up for prayer.
ومن الليل فسبحه وإدبار النجوم.
And for part of the night also do thou glorify him, and at the setting of the stars.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful.
والنجم إذا هوى
By the star when it falls,
ما ضل صاحبكم وما غوى.
your companion has neither erred, nor has he gone astray.
وما ينطق عن الهوى
Nor does he speak out of his own desire.
إن هو إلا وحي يوحى.
It is nothing but pure revelation revealed by God.
علمه شديد القوى.
The Lord of mighty powers has taught him.
ذو مرة فاستوى.
The one possessor of powers which manifest themselves repeatedly, so he settled himself on the throne.
وهو بالأفق الأعلى.
And he revealed his word when he was on the uppermost horizon.
ثم دنا فتدلى.
Then the Prophet drew near to Allah, then Allah leaned down towards him.
فكان قاب قوسين أو أدنى.
So that he became, as it were, one cord to two bows, or closer still.
فأوحى إلى عبده ما أوحى.
Then Allah revealed to his servant that which he revealed.
ما كذب الفؤاد ما رأى.
The heart of the Prophet lied not in seeing what he saw.
أفتمارونه على ما يرى.
Will you then dispute with him about what he saw?
ولقد رآه نزلة أخرى.
And certainly he saw him a second time,
عند سدرة المنتهى.
near the farthest lote tree.
عندها جنة المأوى.
Near which is the garden of eternal abode.
إذ يغشى السدرة ما يغشى.
This was when that which covered the lote tree.
ما زاغ البصر وما طغى.
The eye deviated not, nor did it wander.
لقد رأى من آيات ربه الكبرى.
Surely he saw the greatest of the signs of his Lord.
أفرأيتم اللات والعزى.
Now tell me about Lat and Uzzah,
ومناة الثالثة الأخرى.
and Manat, the third one, another goddess.
ألكم الذكر وله الأنثى.
What? For you the males and for him the females?
تلك إذا قسمة ضيزى.
That indeed is an unfair division.
إن هي إلا أسماء سميتموها أنتم وآباؤكم ما أنزل الله بها من سلطان إن يتبعون إلا الظن وما تهوى الأنفس ولقد جاءهم من ربهم الهدى.
These are but names which you have named, you and your fathers, for which Allah has sent down no authority. They follow naught but conjecture, and what their souls desire, while there has already come to them guidance from their Lord.
أم للإنسان ما تمنى.
Can man have whatever he desires?
فلله الآخرة والأولى.
Nay, to Allah belong the hereafter and this world.
وكم من ملك في السماوات لا تغني شفاعتهم شيئا إلا من بعد أن يأذن الله لمن يشاء ويرضى.
And how many an angel is there in the heavens, but their intercession shall be of no avail, except after Allah gives permission to whomsoever He wills and pleases.
إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة ليسمون الملائكة تسمية الأنثى.
Those who believe not in the hereafter give the angels female names.
وما لهم به من علم إن يتبعون إلا الظن وإن الظن لا يغني من الحق شيئا.
But they have no knowledge thereof. They follow nothing but conjecture, and conjecture avails naught against truth.
فأعرض عمن تولى عن ذكرنا ولم يرد إلا الحياة الدنيا.
So turn away from him who turns his back upon our remembrance and seeks nothing but the life of this world.
ذلك مبلغهم من العلم إن ربك هو عالم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو عالم بمن اهتدى.
That is the utmost limit of their knowledge. Verily, thy Lord knows best him who strays away from his way, and he knows best him who follows guidance.
وَلِلَّهِ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ لِيَجْزِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسَاءُوا بِمَا عَمِلُوا وَيَجْزِيَ الَّذِينَ أَحْسَنُوا بِالْحُسْنَى.
And to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, that He may requite those who do evil according to what they have wrought, and reward those who do good with what is best.
الذين يجتنبون كبائر الإثم والفواحش إلا اللمم إن ربك واسع المغفرة.
Those who shun the grave sins and all indecencies, except minor faults. Verily, thy Lord is master of vast forgiveness.
هو عالم بكم إذ أنشأكم من الأرض وإذ أنتم أجنة في بطون أمهاتكم فلا تزكوا أنفسكم هو أعلم بمن اتقى.
He knows you well from the time when He created you from the earth, and when you were embryos in the bellies of your mothers. So ascribe not purity to yourselves. He knows Him best who is truly righteous.
أفرأيت الذي تولى.
Seest thou him who turns away from guidance,
وأعطى قليلا وأكدى.
and gives a little and does it grudgingly?
أعنده علم الغيب فهو يرى.
Has he the knowledge of the unseen, so that he can see his own end?
أم لم ينبأ بما في صحف موسى.
Has he not been informed of what is in the scriptures of Moses?
وإبراهيم الذي وفى.
And of Abraham who fulfilled the divine commandment,
ألا تزر وازرة وزر أخرى.
that no bearer of burden shall bear the burden of another,
وأن ليس للإنسان إلا ما سعى.
and that man will have nothing but what he strives for,
وأن سعيه سوف يرى.
and that the result of his striving shall soon be known.
ثم يجزاه الجزاء الأوفى.
Then will he be rewarded for it with the fullest reward.
وأن إلى ربك المنتهى.
And that with thy Lord is the final judgment.
وأنه هو أضحك وأبكى.
And that it is He who makes people laugh and makes them weep.
وأنه هو أمات وأحيا.
And that it is He who causes death and gives life.
وأنه خلق الزوجين الذكر والأنثى.
And that He creates the pairs, male and female.
من نطفة إذا تمنى.
From a sperm drop when it is emitted.
وأن عليه النشأة الأخرى.
And that it is for Him to bring forth the second creation.
وأنه هو أغنى وأقنى.
And that it is He who enriches and gives contentment.
وأنه هو رب الشعرى.
And that He is the Lord of Sirius.
وأنه أهلك عادا الأولى.
And that He destroyed the first tribe of Ad.
وثمود فما أبقى.
And the tribe of Thamud, and He spared no one.
وقوم نوح من قبل إنهم كانوا هم أظلم وأطغى.
And He destroyed the people of Noah before them. Verily, they were most unjust and most rebellious.
والمؤتفكة أهوى.
And He overthrew the subverted cities of the people of Lot.
فغشاها ما غشا.
So that they covered them that which covered.
فبأي آلاء ربك تتمارى.
Which then, O man, of the bounties of thy Lord wilt thou dispute?
هذا نذير من النذر الأولى.
This messenger of ours is a warner like the warners of old.
أزفت الآزفة.
The hour of judgment which was to come has drawn nigh.
ليس لها من دون الله كاشفة.
None but Allah can avert it.
أفمن هذا الحديث تعجبون.
Do you then wonder at this announcement?
وتضحكون ولا تبكون.
And do you laugh and weep not?
وأنتم سامدون.
While you make merry?
فاسجدوا لله واعبدوا.
So prostrate yourselves before Allah and worship Him.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the gracious, the Merciful.
اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر
The hour has drawn nigh, and the moon is rent asunder.
وإن يروا آية يعرضوا ويقولوا سحر مستمر.
And if they see a sign, they turn away and say, an oft-repeated sorcery.
وكذبوا واتبعوا أهواءهم وكل أمر مستقر.
They have rejected the truth and followed their own fancies. But for everything, there is an appointed time.
ولقد جاءهم من الأنباء ما فيه مزدجر.
And there has already come to them accounts of events containing warnings.
حكمة بالغة فما تغني النذر.
Consummate wisdom, but the warnings profit them not.
فتول عنهم يوم يدعو الداعي إلى شيء نكر.
Therefore, turn thou away from them, and await the day when the summoner will summon them to a disagreeable thing.
خش عن أبصارهم يخرجون من الأجداث كأنهم جراد منتشر.
While their eyes will be cast down, and they will come forth from their graves, as though they were locusts scattered about.
مهطعين إلى الداع يقول الكافرون هذا يوم عسر.
Hastening towards the summoner, the disbelievers will say, this is a hard day.
كذبت قبلهم قوم نوح فكذبوا عبدنا وقالوا مجنون وازدجر.
The people of Noah rejected the truth before them. They called our servant a liar and said, he is a madman, afflicted by our idols.
فدعا ربه أني مغلوب فانتصر.
So he prayed to his Lord, I am overcome, so come thou to my help.
ففتحنا أبواب السماء بماء منهمر.
Thereupon we opened the gates of heaven with water, which fell in torrents.
وفجرنا الأرض عيونا فالتقى الماء على أمر قد قدر.
And we caused the earth to burst forth with springs, so that two waters met for a purpose that was decreed.
وحملناه على ذات ألواح ودسر.
And we carried him upon that which was made of planks and nails,
تجري بأعيننا جزاء لمن كان كفر.
it floated on under our eyes, a reward for him who had been denied.
ولقد تركناها آية فهل من مدكر.
And we left it as a sign for the succeeding generations. But is there anyone who would take heed?
فكيف كان عذابي ونذر.
How terrible then was my punishment, and how true my warning.
ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
And indeed, we have made the Quran easy to remember. Is there anyone who would take heed?
كذبت عاد فكيف كان عذابي ونذر.
The tribe of Ad rejected the truth. How terrible then was my punishment, and how true my warning.
إنا أرسلنا عليهم ريحا صرصرا في يوم نحس مستمر.
We sent against them a furious wind on a day of unending ill luck.
تنزع الناس كأنهم أعجاز نخل منقعر.
Tearing people away as though they were the hollow trunks of uprooted palm trees.
فكيف كان عذابي ونذر.
How terrible then was my punishment, and how true my warning.
ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
And indeed, we have made the Quran easy to remember, but is there anyone who would take heed?
كذبت ثمود بالنذر.
The tribe of Thamud also rejected the warners.
فقالوا أبشرا منا واحدا نتبعه إنا إذا لفي ضلال وسعر.
And they said, What? Shall we follow a mortal, one out of ourselves? Then indeed we would be in manifest error and suffering from madness.
أو ألقي الذكر عليه من بيننا بل هو كذاب أشر.
Has the reminder been revealed to him, alone of all of us? Nay, he is an impudent liar.
سيعلمون غدا من الكذاب الأشر.
Tomorrow will they know who is the impudent liar.
إنا مرسل الناقة فتنة لهم فارتقبهم واصطبر.
We will send the she-camel as a trial for them. So watch them, O Saleh, and have patience.
ونبئهم أن الماء قسمة بينهم كل شرب محتضر.
And tell them that the water is shared between her and them. Every drinking time shall be attended.
فنادوا صاحبهم فتعاطى فعقر.
But they called their comrade, and he seized a sword and hamstrung her.
فكيف كان عذابي ونذر.
How terrible then was my punishment, and how true my warning.
إنا أرسلنا عليهم صيحة واحدة فكانوا كهشيم المعتذر.
We sent against them a single blast, and they became like the dry stubble, whittled down by a maker of hedges.
ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
And indeed, we have made the Quran easy to remember, but is there anyone who will take heed?
كذبت قوم لوط بالنذر.
Lot's people also rejected the warners.
إنا أرسلنا عليهم حاصبا إلا آل لوط نجيناهم بسحر.
We sent a storm of stones upon them, except the family of Lot, whom we delivered by early dawn.
نعمة من عندنا كذلك نجزي من شكر.
As a favor from us, thus do we reward him who is grateful.
ولقد أنذرهم بطشتنا فتماروا بالنذر.
And he indeed had warned them of our severe punishment, but they doubted the warning.
ولقد راودوه عن ضيفه فتمسنا أعينهم فذوقوا عذابي ونذر.
And they deceitfully sought to turn him away from his guests. So we blinded their eyes and said, Taste ye now my punishment and my warning.
ولقد صبحهم بكرة عذاب مستقر.
And there came upon them early in the morning a lasting punishment.
فذوقوا عذابي ونذر.
Now taste ye my punishment and my warning.
ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
And indeed, we have made the Quran easy to remember. But is there anyone who would take heed?
ولقد جاء آل فرعون النذر.
And surely to the people of Pharaoh also came warners.
كذبوا بآياتنا كلها فأخذناهم أخذ عزيز مقتدر.
They rejected all our signs, so we seized them like the seizing of the mighty, the powerful.
أكفاركم خير من أولئكم أم لكم براءة في الزبر.
Are your disbelievers better than those? Or have you an immunity in the scriptures?
أم يقولون نحن جميع منتصر.
Do they say, we are a victorious host?
سيهزم الجمع ويولون الدبر.
The hosts shall soon be routed and shall turn their backs in flight.
بل الساعة موعدهم والساعة أدهى وأمر.
Aye, the hour is their promised time, and the hour will be most calamitous for them and most bitter.
إن المجرمين في ضلال وسعر.
Surely, the guilty are in manifest error and suffer from madness.
يوم يسحبون في النار على وجوههم ذوقوا مس سقر.
On the day they will be dragged into the fire on their faces, it will be said to them, taste ye the touch of hell.
إنا كل شيء خلقناه بقدر.
Verily, we have created everything in due measure.
وما أمرنا إلا واحدة كلمح بالبصر.
And our command is carried out by only one word as the twinkling of an eye.
ولقد أهلكنا أشياعكم فهل من مدكر.
And indeed, we have destroyed people like you before, but is there anyone who would take heed?
وكل شيء فعلوه في الزبر.
And everything they have done is recorded in the books.
وكل صغير وكبير مستطر.
And every matter, small and great, is written down.
إن المتقين في جنات ونهر.
Verily, the righteous will be in the midst of gardens and streams.
في مقعد صدق عند مليك مقتدر.
In an eternal and honored abode, in the presence of the omnipotent King.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful.
الرحمن.
The Gracious God.
علم القرآن.
He taught the Quran.
خلق الإنسان.
He created man.
علمه البيان.
And taught him plain speech.
الشمس والقمر بحسبان.
The sun and the moon run their courses according to a fixed reckoning.
والنجم والشجر يسجدان.
And the stemless plants and the trees humbly submit to his will.
والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان.
And the heaven he has raised high and set up the measure.
ألا تطغوا في الميزان
That you may not exceed the measure.
وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان.
So weigh all things with justice and fall not short of the measure.
والأرض وضعها للأنام.
And he has set the earth for his creatures.
فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام.
Therein are all kinds of fruit and palm tree with sheaths.
والحب ذو العصف والريحان.
And grain with its husk and fragrant plants.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain, O men and jinn, deny?
خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار.
He created man of dry wringing clay, which is like baked pottery.
وخلق الجان من مارج من نار.
And the jinn he created of the flame of fire.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
رب المشرقين ورب المغربين.
The Lord of the two easts and the Lord of the two wests.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
مرج البحرين يلتقيان.
He has made the two bodies of water flow. They will one day meet.
بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان.
Between them there is at present a barrier. They cannot encroach one upon the other.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
يخرج منهما اللؤلؤ والمرجان.
There come out from both of them pearls and coral.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
وله الجوار المنشآت في البحر كالأعلام.
And his are the lofty ships, reared aloft on the sea like mountains.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
كل من عليها فان
All that is on the earth will pass away,
ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام
and there will abide forever only the person of thy Lord, Master of glory and honor.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
يسأله من في السماوات والأرض كل يوم هو في شأن.
Of him do beg all that are in the heavens and the earth. Every day he reveals himself in a different state.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
سنفرغ لكم أيها الثقلان
Soon shall we attend to you, O ye two big groups.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
يا معشر الجن والإنس إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا لا تنفذون إلا بسلطان.
O company of jinn and men, if you have power to break through the confines of the heavens and the earth, then break through them. But you cannot break through, save with authority.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
يرسل عليكما شواظ من نار ونحاس فلا تنتصران.
There shall be sent against you a flame of fire and molten copper, and you shall not be able to help yourselves.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
فإذا انشقت السماء فكانت وردة كالدهان.
And when the heaven is rent asunder and becomes red like red hide,
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
فيومئذ لا يسأل عن ذنبه إنس ولا جان.
On that day, neither man nor jinn will be asked about his sin.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then, of the favors of your Lord, will ye twain deny?
يعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذ بالنواصي والأقدام.
The guilty will be known by their marks, and they will be seized by their forelocks and their feet.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then, of the favors of your Lord, will ye twain deny?
هذه جهنم التي يكذب بها المجرمون.
And they will be told, this is the hell which the guilty deny.
يطوفون بينها وبين حميم آن.
Between it and the fierce boiling water will they go round.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then, of the favors of your Lord, will ye twain deny?
ولمن خاف مقام ربه جنتان.
And for him who fears to stand before his Lord, there are 2 gardens.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then, of the favors of your Lord, will ye twain deny?
ذواتا أفنان.
Having many varieties of trees.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then, of the favors of your Lord, will ye twain deny?
فيهما عينان تجريان.
In each of them there are 2 fountains flowing freely.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then, of the favors of your Lord, will ye twain deny?
فيهما من كل فاكهة زوجان.
Therein will be every kind of fruit in pairs.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Which then, of the favors of your Lord, will ye twain deny?
متكئين على فرش بطائنها من استبرق وجنى الجنتين دان.
The inmates thereof will recline on couches, over carpets, the linings of which will be of thick brocade, and the fruit of the two gardens will be within their easy reach.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
فيهن قاصرات الطرف لم يطمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان.
Therein will also be chaste maidens, restraining their glances, whom neither man nor jinn will have touched before them.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
كأنهن الياقوت والمرجان
As if they were rubies and small pearls.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان.
Is the reward of goodness anything but goodness?
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
ومن دونهما جنتان
And besides these two, there are two other gardens.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
مدهامتان
Dark green with foliage.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
فيهما عينان نضاختان
Therein also will be two springs gushing forth with water.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
فيهما فاكهة ونخل ورمان
In both of them there will be all kinds of fruit, and dates and pomegranates.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
فيهن خيرات حسان
Therein will be maidens, good and beautiful.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favors of your Lord will ye twain deny?
حور مقصورات في الخيام
Fair maidens with lovely black eyes, guarded in pavilions.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favours of your Lord will ye twain deny?
لم يطمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان
Whom neither man nor jinn will have touched before them.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favours of your Lord will ye twain deny?
متكئين على رفرف خضر وعبقري حسان
Reclining on green cushions and beautiful carpets.
فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Which then of the favours of your Lord will ye twain deny?
تبارك اسم ربك ذي الجلال والإكرام
Blessed is the name of thy Lord, Master of glory and honour.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful.
إذا وقعت الواقعة
When the inevitable event comes to pass,
ليس لوقعتها كاذبة
there is no denying its coming to pass.
خافضة رافعة
Some it will bring low, others it will exalt.
إذا رجت الأرض رجا
When the earth will be shaken with a terrible shaking,
وبست الجبال بسا
and the mountains will be shattered, a complete shattering.
فكانت هباء منبثا
They shall all become like dust, particles scattered about.
وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة
And you shall be divided into 3 groups.
فأصحاب الميمنة ما أصحاب الميمنة
Those on the right hand, how lucky are those on the right hand.
وأصحاب المشأمة ما أصحاب المشأمة
And those on the left hand, how unlucky are those on the left hand.
والسابقون السابقون
And the foremost, they are truly the foremost.
أولئك المقربون
They will be those near to God
في جنات النعيم
and will be in the gardens of bliss.
ثلة من الأولين
A large party from among the first believers,
وقليل من الآخرين
and a few from among the later ones,
على سرر موضونة
seated on couches enwrought with gold and jewels,
متكئين عليها متقابلين
reclining thereon, facing each other.
يطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون
There will wait on them youths who will not age,
بأكواب وباريق وكأس من معين
carrying goblets and ewers and cups filled out of a flowing spring.
لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون
No headache will they get therefrom, nor will they be intoxicated.
وفاكهة مما يتخيرون
And carrying such fruits as they choose,
ولحم طير مما يشتهون
and flesh of birds as they may desire,
وحور عين
and there will be fair maidens with wide lovely eyes,
كأمثال اللؤلؤ المكنون
like pearls well preserved,
جزاء بما كانوا يعملون
as a reward for what they did.
لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا تأثيما
They will not hear therein any vain or sinful talk,
إلا قيلا سلاما سلاما
except only the word of salutation, peace, peace.
وأصحاب اليمين ما أصحاب اليمين
Those on the right hand, how lucky are those on the right hand.
في سدر مخضود
They will be amidst thornless lote trees,
وتلح منضود
and clustered bananas,
وظل ممدود
and extended shade,
وماء مسكوب
and flowing water,
وفاكهة كثيرة
and abundant fruit,
لا مقطوعة ولا ممنوع
neither failing nor forbidden,
وفرش مرفوع
and they will have noble spouses,
إنا أنشأناهن إنشاء.
Verily, we have created them, a good creation.
فجعلناهن أبكارا
and made them virgins,
عربا أترابا
Loving, of equal age,
لأصحاب اليمين
for those on the right hand,
ثلة من الأولين
a large party from among the first believers,
وثلة من الآخرين
and a large party from the later ones.
وأصحاب الشمال ما أصحاب الشمال
And those on the left hand, how unlucky are those on the left hand?
في سموم وحميم
They will be in the midst of scorching winds and scalding water,
وظل من يحموم
and under the shadow of pitch black smoke,
لا بارد ولا كريم
neither cool nor wholesome.
إنهم كانوا قبل ذلك مترفين
Before this, they lived a life of ease and plenty,
وكانوا يصرون على الحنث العظيم
and persisted in extreme sinfulness,
وكانوا يقولون إذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما إنا لمبعوثون.
and they were wont to say, What? When we are dead and have become dust and bones, shall we indeed be raised again?
أوآباؤنا الأولون
And our fathers of yore too?
قل إن الأولين والآخرين
Say yes, the earlier ones and the later ones.
لمجموعون إلى ميقات يوم معلوم.
Will all be gathered together unto the fixed time of an appointed day.
ثم إنكم أيها الضالون المكذبون.
Then, O ye that have gone astray and have rejected the truth,
لآكلون من شجر من زقوم
you will surely eat of the tree of Zakum,
فمالئون منها البطون
and will fill your bellies therewith,
فشاربون عليه من الحميم
and will drink boiling water on top of that,
فشاربون شرب الهيم
drinking as the insatiably thirsty camels drink.
هذا نزلهم يوم الدين
this will be their entertainment on the Day of Judgment.
نحن خلقناكم فلولا تصدقون.
We have created you. Why then do you not accept the truth?
أفرأيتم ما تمنون.
What think ye of the sperm drop that you emit?
أأنتم تخلقونه أم نحن الخالقون.
Is it you who have created it, or are we the Creator?
نحن قدرنا بينكم الموت وما نحن بمسبوقين.
We have ordained death for all of you, and we cannot be hindered.
على أن نبدل أمثالكم وننشئكم فيما لا تعلمون.
From bringing in your place others like you, and from developing you into a form which you know not.
ولقد علمتم النشأة الأولى فلولا تذكرون.
And you have certainly known the first creation. Why then do you not reflect?
أفرأيتم ما تحرثون.
Do you see what you sow?
أأنتم تزرعونه أم نحن الزارعون.
Is it you who cause it to grow, or are we the grower?
لو نشاء لجعلناه حطاما فظلتم تفكهون.
If we so pleased, we could reduce it all to withered stubble. Then you would keep lamenting.
إنا لمغرمون.
We are laden with debt.
بل نحن محرومون.
Nay, we are totally deprived of everything.
أفرأيتم الماء الذي تشربون.
Have you considered the water which you drink?
أأنتم أنزلتموه من المزن أم نحن المنزلون.
Do you send it down from the clouds, or are we the sender?
لو نشاء جعلناه جاجا فلولا تشكرون.
If we so pleased, we could make it bitter. Why then do you not give thanks?
أفرأيتم النار التي تورون.
Have you considered the fire which you kindle?
أأنتم أنشأتم شجرتها أم نحن المنشئون.
Is it you who produced the tree for it, or are we the producer?
نحن جعلناها تذكرة ومتاعا للمقوين.
We have made it a reminder and benefit for the wayfarers.
فسبح باسم ربك العظيم.
So glorify the name of thy Lord, the Great.
فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم.
Nay, I cite as proof the shooting of the stars.
وإنه لقسم لو تعلمون عظيم.
And indeed, that is a grand testimony, if you only knew.
إنه لقرآن كريم.
This is indeed a noble Quran,
في كتاب مكنون.
in a well-preserved book,
لا يمسه إلا المطهرون.
which none shall touch except those who are purified.
تنزيل من رب العالمين.
It is a revelation from the Lord of the worlds.
أفبهذا الحديث أنتم مدهنون.
Is it this divine discourse that you would reject?
وتجعلون رزقكم أنكم تكذبون.
And do you make the denial thereof your means of livelihood?
فلولا إذا بلغت الحلقوم.
Why then, when the soul of the dying man reaches the throat,
وأنتم حينئذ تنظرون.
and you are at that moment looking on,
ونحن أقرب إليه منكم ولكن لا تبصرون.
and we are nearer to him than you, but you see not.
فلولا إن كنتم غير مدينين.
Why then, if you are not to be called to account,
ترجعونها إن كنتم صادقين.
you cannot bring it back if you are truthful.
فأما إن كان من المقربين.
Now if ye be of those who are near to God,
فروح وريحان وجنة نعيم.
then for him is comfort and fragrance of happiness and garden of bliss.
وأما إن كان من أصحاب اليمين.
And if he be of those of the right hand,
فسلام لك من أصحاب اليمين.
then peace be ever on thee, O thou of those of the right hand.
وأما إن كان من المكذبين الضالين.
But if he be of those who reject the truth and are in error,
فنزل من حميم.
then for him will be an entertainment of boiling water,
وتصلية جحيم.
and burning in hell.
إن هذا لهو حق اليقين.
Verily, this is the certain truth.
فسبح باسم ربك العظيم.
So glorify the name of thy Lord, the incomparably great.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
سبح لله ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم.
Whatever is in the heavens and the earth glorifies Allah, and He is the mighty, the wise.
له ملك السماوات والأرض يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير.
His is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He gives life, and He causes death, and He has power over all things.
هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم.
His is the first and the last, and the manifest and the hidden, and He has full knowledge of all things.
هو الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش.
He it is who created the heavens and the earth in 6 periods. Then He settled Himself on the throne.
يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو معكم أينما كنتم والله بما تعملون بصير.
He knows what enters the earth and what comes out of it, and what comes down from heaven and what goes up into it. And He is with you wheresoever you may be, and Allah sees all that you do.
له ملك السماوات والأرض وإلى الله ترجع الأمور.
His is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and to Allah are all affairs returned for final judgment.
يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وهو عليم بذات الصدور.
He causes the night to pass into the day, and causes the day to pass into the night, and He knows well all that is in the breasts.
آمنوا بالله ورسوله وأنفقوا مما جعلكم مستخلفين فيه فالذين آمنوا منكم وأنفقوا لهم أجر كبير.
Believe in Allah and His Messenger, and spend in the way of Allah out of that to which He has made you heirs. And those of you who believe and spend will have a great reward.
وما لكم لا تؤمنون بالله والرسول يدعوكم لتؤمنوا بربكم وقد أخذ ميثاقكم إن كنتم مؤمنين.
Why is it that you believe not in Allah, while the Messenger calls you to believe in your Lord, and He has already taken a covenant from you, if indeed you are believers?
هو الذي ينزل على عبده آيات بينات ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور وإن الله بكم لرؤوف رحيم.
He it is who sends down clear signs to His servant, that He may bring you out of every kind of darkness into light. And verily, Allah is compassionate and merciful to you.
وما لكم ألا تنفقوا في سبيل الله ولله ميراث السماوات والأرض.
And why is it that you spend not in the way of Allah, while to Allah belongs the heritage of the heavens and the earth?
لا يستوي منكم من أنفق من قبل الفتح وقاتل أولئك أعظم درجة من الذين أنفقوا من بعد وقاتلوا وكلا وعد الله الحسنى والله بما تعملون خبير.
Those of you who spent and fought before the victory are not equal to those who did so later. They are greater in rank than those who spent and fought afterwards. And to all has Allah promised good, and Allah is well aware of what you do.
من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له وله أجر كريم.
Who is he who will lend to Allah a goodly loan? So He will increase it manifold for him, and he will have a noble reward.
يوم ترى المؤمنين والمؤمنات يسعى نورهم بين أيديهم وبأيمانهم بشراكم اليوم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ذلك هو الفوز العظيم.
And think of the day when thou wilt see the believing men and the believing women, their light running before them and on their right hands. And angels will say to them, glad tidings for you this day, of gardens through which streams flow, wherein you will abide. That is the supreme triumph.
يوم يقول المنافقون والمنافقات للذين آمنوا انظرونا نقتبس من نوركم قيل ارجعوا وراءكم فالتمسوا نورا.
That is the day when the hypocritical men and the hypocritical women will say to those who believe, wait for us a while, that we may borrow some of your light. It will be said to them, go back, if you can, and seek for light.
فضرب بينهم بسور له باب باطنه فيه الرحمة وظاهره من قبله العذاب.
Then there will be set up between them a wall with a door in it. The inside of it will be all mercy, and outside of it, in front, will be torment.
ينادونهم ألم نكن معكم قالوا بلى ولكنكم فتنتم أنفسكم وتربصتم وارتبتم وغرتكم الأماني حتى جاء أمر الله وغركم بالله الغرور.
The hypocrites will call out to believers, saying, were we not with you? The believers will answer, yea, but you let yourselves fall into temptation, and you hesitated and doubted, and your vain desires deceived you till the decree of Allah came to pass, and the deceiver deceived you concerning Allah.
فاليوم لا يؤخذ منكم فدية ولا من الذين كفروا مأواكم النار هي مولاكم وبئس المصير.
So this day no ransom shall be accepted from you, nor from those who disbelieved. Your final abode is the fire, that is your comrade, and an evil destination it is.
ألم يأن للذين آمنوا أن تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله وما نزل من الحق ولا يكونوا كالذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبل فطال عليهم الأمد فقست قلوبهم.
Has not the time yet arrived for those who believe that their hearts should feel humbled at the remembrance of Allah and at the truth which has come down to them, and that they should not become like those who were given the book before them? But because the period of the bestowal of Allah's grace upon them was prolonged for them, their hearts became hardened.
وكثير منهم فاسقون.
And many of them became rebellious.
اعلموا أن الله يحيي الأرض بعد موتها قد بينا لكم الآيات لعلكم تعقلون.
Know then that Allah quickens the earth after its death. We have made the signs manifest to you, that you may understand.
إن المصدقين والمصدقات وأقرضوا الله قرضا حسنا يضاعف لهم ولهم أجر كريم.
Surely, the men who give alms, and the women who give alms, and those who lend to Allah a goodly loan, it will be increased manifold for them, and theirs will also be an honorable reward.
والذين آمنوا بالله ورسله أولئك هم الصديقون والشهداء عند ربهم لهم أجرهم ونورهم. والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا أولئك أصحاب الجحيم.
Those who believe in Allah and His messengers, they are the truthful and the witnesses in the sight of their Lord. They will have their full reward and their light. But those who disbelieve and reject our signs, these are the inmates of hell.
اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وزينة وتفاخر بينكم وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد.
Know that the life of this world is only a sport and a pastime, and an adornment, and a source of boasting among yourselves, and of rivalry in multiplying riches and children.
كمثل غيث أعجب الكفار نباته ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يكون حطاما وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور.
It is like the rain, the vegetation produced whereby rejoices the tillers. Then it dries up, and thou seest it turn yellow. Then it becomes worthless stubble. And in the hereafter there is severe punishment for the wicked, and also forgiveness from Allah, and His pleasure for the righteous. And the life of this world is nothing but temporary enjoyment of delusive things.
سابقوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها كعرض السماء والأرض أعدت للذين آمنوا بالله ورسله ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم.
Vie then with one another in seeking forgiveness from your Lord, and for a garden, the value whereof is equal to the value of the heaven and the earth. It has been prepared for those who believe in Allah and His messengers. That is Allah's grace. He bestows it upon whomsoever He pleases, and Allah is the Lord of immense grace.
ما أصاب من مصيبة في الأرض ولا في أنفسكم إلا في كتاب من قبل أن نبرأها إن ذلك على الله يسير.
There befalls not any calamity, either in the earth or in your own persons, but it is recorded in a book before we bring it into being. Surely that is easy for Allah.
لكي لا تأسوا على ما فاتكم ولا تفرحوا بما آتاكم والله لا يحب كل مختال فخور.
That you may not grieve over what is lost to you, nor exult because of that which He has bestowed upon you. And Allah loves not any conceited boaster.
الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ومن يتول فإن الله هو الغني الحميد.
Such as are niggardly, and also enjoin upon men to be niggardly. And whoso turns his back, then surely Allah is self-sufficient, worthy of all praise.
لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط وأنزلنا الحديد فيه بأس شديد ومنافع للناس وليعلم الله من ينصره ورسله بالغيب.
Verily, we sent our messengers with manifest signs, and sent down with them the book and the balance, that people may act with justice. And we sent down iron, wherein is material for violent warfare, and diverse uses for mankind, and that Allah may know those who help Him and His messengers without having seen Him.
إن الله قوي عزيز.
Surely, Allah is powerful, mighty.
ولقد أرسلنا نوحا وإبراهيم وجعلنا في ذريتهما النبوة والكتاب فمنهم مهتد وكثير منهم فاسقون.
And indeed, we sent Noah and Abraham, and we placed among their seed prophethood and the book. So some of them followed the guidance, but many of them were rebellious.
ثم قفينا على آثارهم برسلنا وقفينا بعيسى ابن مريم وآتيناه الإنجيل وجعلنا في قلوب الذين اتبعوه رأفة ورحمة.
Then we caused our messengers to follow in their footsteps, and we caused Jesus, son of Mary, to follow them, and we gave him the gospel, and we put compassion and mercy in the hearts of those who followed him.
ورهبانية ابتدعوها ما كتبناها عليهم إلا ابتغاء رضوان الله فما رعوها حق رعايتها فآتينا الذين آمنوا منهم أجرهم وكثير منهم فاسقون.
And monasticism they invented. We did not prescribe it for them, for the seeking of Allah's pleasure. But they observed it not as it should be observed. Yet we gave those of them who believed their due reward, but many of them are rebellious.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وآمنوا برسوله يؤتكم كفلين من رحمته ويجعل لكم نورا تمشون به ويغفر لكم والله غفور رحيم.
O O ye who believe, fear Allah and believe in His Messenger. He will give you a double portion of His mercy, and will provide for you a light wherein you will walk, and will grant you forgiveness. Verily, Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
لئلا يعلم أهل الكتاب ألا يقدرون على شيء من فضل الله وأن الفضل بيد الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم.
Thus it is that the people of the book may know that they have no power over anything of the grace of Allah, and that grace is entirely in the hands of Allah. He gives it to whomsoever He pleases, and Allah is the Master of immense grace.